when they needed plays, and in other games, when they needed plays, he came up with plays. So yes, Vince Wright, I am a Lions fan. Do not forget it, because we'll be seeing your Vikings pretty soon, in about 2 weeks after we get off this bye, and we're going to be looking for y'all. Now, next up is Mochi says, the biggest problem is the penalties. On offense, they kill drives, and on defense, they extend drives. Last week, they cut down on the penalties, but look at when the penalties came. And this is about the Falcons. This is another prime example of what I'm talking about, Mochis, is that these are things that have been going on for multiple seasons. This is not something that just started. Them killing drives and extending drives. So you're exactly right, but they have not provided an answer for that. It's just a team of unanswered questions. I hate to say it because I root for the Falcons. I want to see them do well, as long as it's not against my Lions. But I want them to do well. But it is hard to defend some of the actions by this team. And you just have to accept that's a problem. Mochis also says, I also predicted it would take at least 4 weeks for the defense to gel. For what? Do not get me upset on this show, Mochis. 4 weeks to do what? This is not a team that they just drafted. Tack has been on this team. Tack McKinley has been on this team for 2 years. Vic Beasley, don't get me started on Vic Beasley. I mean, he's been around forever. Grady Jarrett. Forever. They brought back Adrian Claiborne. He went up there and got him a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, and then came back. For some reason, they brought back Rashid Hageman and lost their mind for a second. Trufant has been on this team for a while. Ishmael has been on this team for a while. Unfortunately, Keanu Neal, with the injuries that he's had, he's been on this team for about 2 to 3 years. Deion Jones has been on this team for about 2 to 3 years. Casey, he played last year, so he's on this team this year. Ricardo Allen, do not get me started, Mochis, on at least 4 weeks for the defense to jail. These guys didn't just meet at an IHOP last week. If it takes you 4 weeks to jail after you done had training camp, preseason, and the previous seasons playing together, you don't need to be on the team. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear 4 weeks for the defense to jail. Now Mochis want to come at me in Wait a Minute Show chat room and says, Jelani, I said that because of the injuries and players retiring from injuries. Calm down, laugh out loud. Well, Mo, I can't let you go on that one, okay? Because there's a lot of other teams that's injured. And I'll say this, and I'll get off of it. And I'll probably get in trouble with Falcon fans, but I don't care. Right now, I'm not confident that we'll beat the Miami Dolphins. Yep, I said it. I'm not confident that we would beat the Miami Dolphins at this point. Injuries? Look, Detroit, my Lions, they had a ton of injuries. Darius Slay did not play, which was their best corner. They lost 2 to 3 other guys in the game. I mean, they were basically playing with guys like Lopan that was out there. Indeed. Yeah, and they still gave Kansas City a run for their money. They still kept Pat Mahomes from throwing a touchdown. They still kept Pat Mahomes on the run. Arguably the best quarterback that people are saying right now in the NFL. So I'm just saying we don't need any more. There's no other reasons. It's just it has to be fixed. And I'm gonna calm down. I'm sorry. But I just want the Falcons to do well. I'm sorry. So you listen to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani JV Bodie, and I'm losing my mind for a second, but we're talking sports. And the next thing we're going to talk about actually is tomorrow's Thursday night football game, which is going to be a divisional matchup, and that is going to be the LA Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks, which should be a very, very interesting and actually a good game. Thursday night. Whoa, hold on. Let me go back, listeners. Mochi said, pass your fan card across the table real slow in my detective voice. No. But let's get back to this Thursday night game. Mochi's is my man. I'm just giving him a hard time. But this matchup between the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks, and let's see, the Rams actually just lost to Tampa Bay, so they're 3-1 at this point, and Seattle sits right behind them at 3-1 as well. So this is a divisional matchup, but also this is a matchup. And don't forget, the San Francisco 49ers, coming off a bye right now, they're sitting in first place in the division at 3-0. So this is a very important division game for these two teams. And what I'm going to be looking at this juncture in the season is a couple things. Jared Goff, Sean McVay, and Todd Gurley. That's one. That's all in one. And Sean McVay was talking about how, I guess teams have caught up, to them. That's not a good thing to say. He didn't say exactly like that, but, teams are catching on to what they're doing. But for me, I think the biggest thing really for this team, it really is Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley it's a problem. Is that the knee is a problem. They are not using him nowhere near the way that they used him before, and not even the way that they said they were going to use him during the preseason. Sitting them out and just saying, hey, we're just getting them ready for the regular season. And this puts a big pressure and a lot of pressure on Jared Goff because their run set up the pass. It was never the other way around. Now, they were putting up a lot of points, last year, and it would seem like maybe it was the passing, but the run is what set up the pass. That is why a guy like C.J. Anderson, when he started having success, they started giving him the ball more and a little bit less for Todd Gurley. So Seattle knows this because they got guys on the defensive line that they got Ziggy Ansah coming back. He came back from a shoulder injury, so they're going to have him. You got Jadeveon Clowney on this team, so he's been on the team for a month now. He wasn't there in the entire training camp, so he's going to be licking his chops trying to get to the quarterback. And the LA Rams has had a little issue also with offensive line help as well. So establishing the run so you can set up the pass, so you can get all your nucleus guys like a Cooper Kupp, a Brandon Cooks, a Reynolds, and a little bit of, your tight end, in there. But this team, I just really, kind of noticed like you don't have a physical receiver. And what I mean by that is a Josh Gordon type, a Kenny Galladay, a Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, a big athletic wide receiver that you can just kind of just throw the ball to and have them make a play. So they got to do some things, about that. Now, Seattle, they're going to run, and run some more. They're going to do what they always been doing previous years. Is that Chris Carson? They get Elijah Penny. That's his brother, Rashad Penny. They get Rashad Penny back, so that's going to help out this offense for a 1-2 punch. Will Dissly is a guy that I think a lot of people don't really think about. He played tight end, for those who don't know, for the Seattle Seahawks. So I think he will be able to help, out with this team. But can the LA Rams defense slow down the Seahawks, offensive run game? Because that's where it's going to be built off of. And then they're going to go downfield to guys like Tyler Lockett. They're going to take their shots at DJ Metcalf, as well. But then also, I think in this game, I think Russell Wilson will actually use his feet a little bit more because it is a division game. And this is a big game to keep up with the San Francisco 49ers because they got a Monday night game that they could lose. And it's not guaranteed that they're just going to go in here and, and get the W and go to 4-0. So with my pick for this game, Thursday night, I'm going to say the Seahawks gets the win. I think they're going to tire out the Rams defense because Seahawks defense, I think they're going to be able to get off the field. Not every time, but I think they're going to be able to get off the field and limit the snaps and the possessions that the LA Rams have. And then with that coupled with the run game, and they got a guy in Rashad Penny that's practicing, so he should play. I think it'll be, in pieces or spots, if you will. I don't think they're just going to really just roll him out there because Chris Carson's been doing a hell of a job, for the team. So I think they're going to roll out this 1-2 punch and try and tire out that defense and then attack those corners like Marcus Peters, use Marcus Peters' aggressiveness against him and take some things that they saw from the Tampa Bay Bucks and what they did to the Rams and try to expose them on that. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks on that for Thursday Night Football, but I will be up for that. I think that's going to be a really good game. Now, we're going to go and take a break, but before we go to the break, let me go ahead and take another look at the Wait a Minute Show chat room and Vince Wright in here being disrespectful. But that's all right. I can handle it. He says, laugh out loud and big win over Rutgers for the Wolverines. Okay. So you just that's what you're going to do, Vince. You just going to, with the little thumbs up emoji, in the Wait a Minute Show chat room and a little grin. So that's what you're going to do. You're gonna act like you congratulate me and making me feel better, but you're not. Indeed. Shut up, Lopan. We're not even gonna get started on Michigan in this show because that would cause me to go on a rant. But beating them 52-0 was not enough. I know people may say, Jelani, you're crazy, but it wasn't enough. It was still lacking execution. Okay. We got problems, man. I'm going to say this. We got problems. And I will root for Michigan every single time. Do not get it wrong. But I am also a person who realize real is real. And the real is sitting at the end of the season in Ohio. If we don't get something fixed, Lopan is going to be playing by halftime. Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and then we're going to get into some basketball. NBA season is almost here and a little rap battle going on and some other things. It's that and more. It's the Wait a Minute Show. We'll be back after these words.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute Show. That's right, Jelani, Lopan, indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute Show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
Attention, all sports fans. If you're someone who wakes up each morning with lists of sporting events to go along with your to-do list for the day, then you just might be a diehard. The world of sports is as vast as the ocean is deep, including the major leagues, the minor leagues, the college, and everything in between. This is me, your boy Larry B of IE Sports Radio, welcoming you to join me every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on The Defining Moment, a show that focuses on what really matters in the sports world, sports themselves, and nothing outside of them. Once again, tune in for The Defining Moment with me, your boy Larry B, every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on IE Sports Radio, right here on Spreaker.com. We'll see you there.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, well, living. So give me, Doug Stewart, your local New York Life agent, a call. I can help you build a solid financial future to help you and your family be good at life. You can reach me at 770-80